Welcome, my name is Tashar and this is StarMate. We are back on the Starmada survival server, and this week we did a lot of work on the station again. I added a lot of detailing to the outside of the station. So you may ask, why are we inside the station looking at this boring shell from the inside? Well, a couple of things happened a couple of days ago, and I created this, well, what I call the most awesome invention ever made in StarMate, I think. I had to use all my logic skills to create it, and I'm going to use this invention to show you what happens a couple of days ago, and it's this. This is a time machine. I mean, this incorporates even logic that probably Bench doesn't even understand, but yeah, I managed to make it work. So we just press this button, then the time door activates. It's a, well, it looks like a force field, but trust me, it's not. It's a time portal now, and I set it to a couple of days ago. As you can see, I programmed it in. So I just need to walk through the door, and then we are in the past. So let's do this. Give it a bit of a run, and here we go. Now look where you are, behind bars, and even if you get out of this crate, then these mines will make sure you don't get far, trying to contaminate my own sector with space magic. Well, I don't think it's going to happen now. I got it securely contained. And I did say that I would return the crate to Gary. And yeah, this is my answer to do it safely. Keep it contained, keep it guarded, so it can't infect any other sectors. And perhaps he can cleanse this crate and reuse it, because I sure can't. But yeah, we have to get it to a sector first. So I have to dock it to my ship. And this is littered with mines. Yeah, sure, it's a good idea. We'll just try. But yeah, not sure what else I can do with this crate. Could of course launch it in the sun, but that's not going to help. So this is just what I'm going to do with it. But let's try to dock with it first. And let's get into the ship. Here we go. Let's grab some gravity. So, and now get into the core. Here we go. And let's grab the front camera. That would be best, I think. So, we want to dock it at our lower docking rail. But yeah, I have to be careful with that. Don't fly into the mines. So I guess we'll have to go for a third-person camera view just to make sure. So let's align a bit, make sure we're not rotating, and let's see. Yeah, I have to go a bit this way, like this, a little bit more. Then if I go a bit up, yeah, that should do it, I think. So if I'm really careful now, I might not explode myself. I hope. And I have to go up to the door section. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it's docked. Yeah, I can move with this. Excellent. So now let's travel to Garrus station sector and drop off this cursed crate. Okay, we are approaching the station, so let's be really careful now. We want to park this curse containment close to the station, but not too close to blow something up. Let's see, I think, yeah, there are the docks and the shipyard in the middle. I think I'll place it on this side over here. Let's see what happens if we align the ship. Zoom out a bit. There we go. Wow. This station is at an angle? I didn't expect that. Or it's more weird space magic, but you never know. Because the ships on the other side... Yeah, this looks to be the top, so... Okay. Bit weird, but not entirely unexpected, I think. Okay, let's dump it over here. I've got my lower rail dock inner ship control now. There we go. Go up. And it is released. Curse containment. Yeah. Just have to remove the actual docking block. We'll do that now. Because that's not the part of the complete package. So just don't blow up myself really carefully. There we go. Excellent. There's one other thing I decided to do. Because Gary doesn't have a dedicated cargo vessel as far as I know, I decided to leave him this copy of the Blue Martin, and he can do with it what he wants. So I'll just reset this affection signature. Well, let's change the name first. Rename to no name, like this. Okay, then reset affection signature. So yeah, now it's not part of my faction anymore. We can dock it to the station, and I think I'll grab this dock over here, and I think I best take this docking. Oh, that doesn't fit. Other one. Can I dock here? Faction permission denied. Okay. That's too bad. Thought it had faction permission modules, but apparently it does not. No, that's not a faction permission module. It's a different one. Yeah. Does it have public docks on the other side, perhaps? Let's check just to make sure. It does. So it might be able to fit here. I hope. Because it does need some space on one of the sides. So let's try this one first. Doesn't fit. Other way around. Doesn't fit either. Does it fit here? No. And no. Okay. Then I'll make a small modification to the ship to make it dockable from the nose. So I will add the docker over here. and I think it's pointing inward, correct? Like this. Yeah. So if we grab this one, let's put it in our menu for a second. Over here. And it's docked. Not entirely in the middle. Let's fix it. So we can probably add it to the actual nose over here, like this. No, that's not going to work. This pocket is going to stick out, so that's not going to work. Let's do it like this then. Let's put it on the action bar again. There we go. Yeah, now it's nice and centered. And the antenna fit as well. That should do. And my way to get back is either going to be by core, and that's going to take a long while, or I can just suicide myself. This is probably faster, because I don't have anything with me anyway and barely any money, so that doesn't really matter anyway. Well, before I go home, I decided to send the faction, or in this case a message explaining what I did, and that he can keep the ship to do with as he pleases, perhaps modify it to carry his own cargo containers, or perhaps turn it into a vessel for something else. And we'll see what he can come up with. So while I was working on this refinery section over here, I noticed that I got a response to my email. So let's see what it says. F4. Greetings. Greetings, friends. Yes, I see that. Very appropriate countermeasures. I will see that the pod is rightfully dismantled and studied to discover the accursed space magic. Dit has plagued Andronius space for some time. Yeah, I think that's a very good idea. And another message. Greetings again. I have removed the pod from your container and had it deconstructed, so our scientists can confirm the cause of the curse. Your containment device, should you wish it returned, is currently docked to our second public dock next to your ship. If you require a recompense for your mines, I'd restore this will be arranged accordingly. I hope this misunderstanding will not, and then something I can't read. Gonna make it bigger. Not undermine. Yeah, I think it ran out of the character space, but I can guess what it says. Whoa, that was a trip. Well, we're back in the present again, as you can see, now. And we're back in the station. Yeah, that was a invigorating trip. Yeah, I think this time machine needs to be very carefully used, so I'll turn it off again until we might need it again. But what I wanted to show, what I did since the last adventure a couple of days ago, is all the detailing I did. Well, not this, the vintage you have already seen, but I added a whole bunch of details on top of the station, like this. Let me get rid of the head for a second. And I grabbed a whole lot of ideas from the stations, the models in Homeworld, so based it on that, but gave it my own flair. So these little buildings or generators could be, for example, auxiliary shield generators. That's the thought behind them at least. And then we have some panels, and I'm not sure what this thing is, but I saw it in a picture and I wanted one. And we've got these things, and then we've got some sort of auxiliary power generators, and this kind of looks like a mixing board, sort of is. So I would imagine that you could move these black things to allow more or less power to be generated. I might even make them able to be moved. Just add a rail below it, and then not sure what it will react to, but something. And I added some station defenses as well. These two turrets, at least on this side, and I added two below as well, but we'll show that in a bit. And these two turrets I didn't design just for this station, because these are state-up copies taken from the Winter Shade. I made a blueprint of that and then built some more of them in my big shipyard here. And they will keep the station safe enough, I think. I also did a bit of work on my harvester. At least I removed the AMS, big AMS turrets, and moved in these smaller ones. You can hardly see it. That's the ID behind them anyway. And below the station I did a lot of work as well. On these sides I've got also two of these turrets for defense, but I added different type of details on the underside of this gray area. And of course I added two additional USB ports, because you can never have enough USB ports. More of these round things, then some sort of yeah, I'm not sure what to call them, transistors or something like that. And these buttons, I would imagine that you could flip them over from left to right. So this is orange, and then if you flip them it's red. Some sort of setting. And then a couple of more of these generator type buildings, probably auxiliary power or something like that. And some more paneling. I think it works out very well for the look I am going for. So this one is different than the top one. So you always have something new to look at, no matter what direction you approach the station from. And the last thing I did was add these tanks to the refining area over here. So I removed the wall area over here and then added these larger tanks and these smaller ones here with the detailing. And you have seen a bit of it last time, but it's a bit more detailed now than it was. So those are most of the details I added to the station. I think it's turning out very well. But I'll continue working on it, because there's still some gray areas that need work. For example, the areas over here, the pillars, and below and above the living area over here. And I still need to work on the antenna arrays in the back, but it's getting along. So while I've been working on the station, some additional negotiation went on, and it looks like I will be able to get my hands on some military hardware. I don't have any warships at the moment in my fleet, so not a lot of options to defend my sector. So any additional ships will be very useful for me, especially to analyze and perhaps incorporate my own technology into it. So I'm kind of curious. I think I will use the time machine again, just to get a glimpse of the future, to see what I might get. Let's start it up again. Okay, that didn't sound good, but it's still activated. Oh, it's still running, so let's give it a go.